Thanks so much for coming here. What is intuitive drawing? I know you all really want to know. So we'll get that out of the way first, and then I'll really tell you about how I found out that I could do it, how I found out I could teach it, and what it's really good for. Like, honestly, how can you leave today putting this into practice in your life, and what can you get out of it? Because there's a lot. So, intuitive drawing is a form of channeling. So we all know that everything is energy. Thoughts are energy, people are energy, situations have their own energy, houses have energy, cats have energy. Everything in the whole wide world, including the space between us, is energy. And so with that in mind, then we go over to, okay, what is channeling? Channeling is basically translating energy. So there's lots of different kinds of channeling. Some people, have a being come into them or come into their energy and merge with their energy, and then they talk in a different voice. That's what a lot of people think of as channeling. That's just one form. The channeling that we're going to be doing today is we're going to have an intention or a question, and we're going to channel the energy of the answer through us and then put it in a drawing. And it's very, very easy to do, so I'll get to that in a little bit. But so the beauty here is that we're taking the wisdom of the universe, we're taking source energy, we're taking the future that is most probable for us, we can do the past, anything that you can think of, and anything you can't think of but have a question about, you can channel with intuitive drawing. So there's no limitations here. Anything you'd go to a psychic for or a past life reader for, you can get information on your own from your higher self, from your intuition, from your source, from your spirit guides, from your angels with intuitive drawing. So you're basically cutting out the middleman. And another great thing is that you're cutting out your mind. So even if you are familiar with channeling and getting information psychically from yourself, or talking to your spirit guides, or using oracle cards, or whatever, you still are the one getting the information. So it's still going into your head, minus the oracle cards, right? So if you're talking to your guides, or if you're asking yourself questions that you want answers to, it's going through you, okay? So you have to decipher, is that me, or is that my higher self? Is that me, or is that my guide? All right, so that's kind of the biggest thing that keeps people from being more intuitive and being more psychic, is that they are all the time second-guessing themselves, and they don't have that trust about what is real and what is just them. I see that all the time because I teach psychic development, and that is the biggest thing in the way of people really using the advice that they get. Because it doesn't matter how amazing the advice is if you don't use it, right? You're not going to move forward in your life if you aren't trusting the information that you get. So, why is intuitive drawing helpful? Because you're drawing, you're not stuck in your head. It's on a piece of paper. You get to look at it and you can interpret it, but we're going to give you a system for doing that so that it's not really in your head. And also, you're drawing with your eyes closed, and you're picking your colors with your eyes closed. So there's no like, oh, well, I just put that purple there because it means that. It's all like using oracle cards, like using tarot cards, right? It's not from you. It's from your higher self. It's from source, okay? If you picture your higher self or your guides, they aren't confined to the inside of your body. They don't use your eyes, okay? They're kind of floating all around. They're in the everything and the all that is. And they can see where the colors are even when you have your eyes closed. That's kind of how this works. So it's a little magical and it's a little practical because you're really making practical art, functional art. And the beauty is that today we're going to fill out a color sheet for you so that you know what the colors mean. And so after you do your drawing, you'll know how to interpret it. You'll know what it says. So we're going to be making you a little color code for yourself, right? And everybody's colors are different. And that's another great thing about this, is that no one else is going to know what your drawing means except for you. And it's a completely personal thing. So once you develop this, once you know this for yourself, you can use it for the rest of your life, and you can always have this tool to get the answers outside of your head, right? So that's a very broad overview of what intuitive drawing is and how you can use it. So if you're just getting in here, thank you so much for coming. I really love sharing this time with you, and welcome to my studio/office. This is where I spend a lot of my time, and actually baby is here too. She is sleeping on the couch on a really comfy blanket. I know a lot of you know her and love her. So how did I stumble upon this, right? A lot of people do intuitive drawing, but not really in my style, all right? So they're not normally making color sheets and deciphering it like a map, though some are. And I didn't know about any of them when I started doing this. When I started doing this, I was in 6th grade. I was probably 10 or 11. And I was sitting on the floor in my bedroom, painting the top of a cardboard box because I wanted to give my mom a painted box for her birthday. So I was just painting. I wasn't really paying attention. You know, I was just doing my thing, and I looked down at it. I was just sitting against my bed. I remember this so clearly. And I was looking at the top of it, and it was just, you know, it was really cool. I always mixed my own colors. It was really beautiful. And there were 4 quadrants. So there were 4 blobs of color, and they were separated by an X. Right? So they looked, it was like this. There was 4 colors, blobs, and then a black X, right? And the colors were a little different. It wasn't all the same color. I remember the one in the top right was this coral color. It was really pretty. But I looked at it, and I was like, huh, this means that my mom compartmentalizes her problems. And I don't really know, I didn't know what that meant. It just kind of popped into me, and I was like, this makes sense. I get this. I know what this means. And so I went to my mom, even though it was for her birthday. So I kind of ruined the surprise. And I said, Mom, is this true? And I showed her how I figured that out, or how it came into me, and how I knew what corresponded. And she was like, yeah, you know, I do. And now, knowing my mom better than I did then, of course, it's absolutely true. And it was just really eye-opening that it sort of just kicked on. And so I started painting more and more and more and more, and I knew more and more and more. I could just look at it, and I knew what it meant. And there was a pattern there. So every time I used purple, it meant the same thing. And every time I used green, it meant the same thing. And every time I used blue, it meant the same thing. And so I noticed that it's not just random. It's not just like I'm getting intuition off of something that I did. It's that this is providing me with a map that I could use to really get answers for stuff I don't even know yet. And I did that, and I did drawings and paintings for teachers and friends and family members, and they were always really blown away by the accuracy of what I was doing. I remember doing a drawing for my dad just a couple of years ago, and he's really not into the psychic stuff so much, though he's grown a lot since knowing me, obviously. But I did the drawing for him, and he's like, I would never have told you any of that stuff. How did you do that? And so it's a great way to connect with people when you're doing this for them. And it's a wonderful way to really get to know yourself better, because there's no denial here, okay? If you are missing stuff about yourself, if you have blind spots, if you have blockages that you're not seeing, if you have blocks to money, blocks to success, blocks to relationships, it'll show up here. That's so fabulous. I do block drawings a lot because I know that I have blind spots. Everybody does, but I don't want them, obviously. I want to overcome them. And I actually did a blind spot drawing the other day, and I'll show you kind of what that looks like. So for me, this is what would show up for me for a blind spot, okay? These black lines. Because the black is really just a segregation, all right? I'm keeping these things separate. I'm keeping that separate. And the black is like, you're missing something here. There's a way to integrate this. There's an easier way to do it, all right? So yours might be a little bit different depending on your colors, and which we'll go over in a little while. So I grew up doing intuitive drawing, and I grew up doing it this way. I didn't know that anyone else did this, and I didn't know how they did it. I still really don't. There's a few of us, and as far as I can tell, everyone does it a little differently. But I grew up being psychic and being open and being connected, and I still felt that this was the most reliable and most accurate way to get information for myself. And it's because of those reasons I told you before, that I'm not in my head, that it's out on a piece of paper, I can look at it. I'm not trying to analyze stuff while it's in here. And that's really key, because when we want answers, normally we're in a bit of a fog, right? We're not our clearest, most sane selves when we want answers to something. So getting it out and just bypassing this whole thing is really the way to, cut to the chase, to get out of the overwhelm. And I'm really into that. I don't like dilly-dallying. I like to just get the information and start using it. Wouldn't that be great? Wouldn't that be great if you just stopped second-guessing yourself? So, all right. This is the point in the presentation where all of these teachers who show us how to do these things tell us you have to position your audience. All right? And that sounds really boring, doesn't it? Because you guys know who you are. And so I thought I would do it a different way and do a reading for you. So I did a drawing earlier of all the people who would show up to the class and all the people who would listen to the replay of the class. So listen, is this you? All right? And I did it, and I've obviously looked at it, but I haven't gone over the whole explanation for myself, so this is not rehearsed, just so you know. Okay. So let's start at the bottom, because the bottom, and you'll learn kind of how to decipher a drawing from this, even though I'll show you later, but you'll pick up some stuff here. You'll probably also get to know my colors. All right, so all of this green right here is really the core of you. This is how you function. This is you at your best, at your most natural, probably how you were as a kid. So all of this green, it's heart, creativity, and expression, okay? You are built to be creative. You are built to function visually, okay, and to have things move through you. Channeling is a very creative thing. Okay, so this is your natural state of being creative. You're always figuring stuff out. You're a great problem solver. Okay, you're probably always doodling or singing, or there's stuff going on in you. Like, you're a constant flow of new creativity. All right. And then, as we move up a little bit, I'll get to the blue in a second, there is this black line, right? And we already talked about that a little bit. The black is a segregation color, right? It's keeping you from integrating all this other stuff. And it's a little bit of a holding back. It's kind of like this black is holding you down, right? That's how it feels. And so you're stifling your own creativity. So you're naturally this creative, expressive person. You have all these ideas running through you all the time, but you're stifling them. Okay? And now this blue is that you are aware of this. You're finally aware that you're doing this to yourself, and you're trying to get over it. Obviously, you're here, so you're interested in the creativity. You've made the connection. This is an awareness that you have a creative personality and that you want to do more with it. So, moving up, okay, in awareness, this green color, this brighter green, is really about outward expression and joy. Okay, you want to put what you make out there. You want to be known more as a creative person. You want this green, this inner creativity, to be on the outside of you. You want people to know you as being creative. You want to be relaxed about it. You want it to just flow from you. And this brown that surrounds it is another thing. You want it to be integrated into your life. So you want this creative, beautiful part of you to be in your life and to be a major part of your life. Okay? And you see that there's a little bit of black out there, which is keeping you from thinking of ways to do it. So you know you want this to be a bigger part of your life, but you're not sure how to make that so. And here we go with this goldenrod color. I don't know if you can see it, but it's like a golden wheat color, and it's surrounding the peaks here. And now that color says to me that you're holding yourself back, that your mind is saying, oh my God, that's not practical. Oh my God, I can't do that. Oh my God, how is that going to happen? I don't think it's going to happen. There's no way that can happen. Is this resonating with you? Okay. So that's a problem, right? You want to do this amazing thing. You want to be yourself. You want to flow. You want to be creative. But you're saying to yourself, but I don't know how, and I don't think I can do it. Okay. Above that, okay, is this beautiful action color. So those of you, this is like a progression, those of you who have passed that point, who are thinking, yes, yes, I can be creative, I can be successful, I can do it. You do a lot of action, okay? But here again, you're doing the action that is strategic and practical, but you're not allowing your spirit and your spirituality to connect with it. So you're doing the action from here that you think you should be doing, that people are telling you to do, but you're not connecting it with all of you and your intuition and your spirit. All right? So if you are one of these people at any stage here, then you're totally in the right place. Okay? And that is what they teach you to say. You're in the right place if. So there you go. There was your reading. I hope you enjoyed that. All right, so do you want to get drawing? Okay? Do you want to get your hands dirty? What you can do right now is grab a piece of paper and a pen or a pencil or a dark crayon or marker, because we're going to do your color sheet right now, okay? So grab that stuff, and as you do, I will just tell you about the rest of the video. I'm so glad to be on video today. So what we're going to do today is I'm going to do the color meditation with you so you can know what your colors mean. Then I'll teach you the mechanics of the drawing. Then I'll teach you how to decode the drawing. And we're going to do a drawing together. All right? So by the time you're done, you'll know how to do it. You'll know how to decode it. You'll know how to use it in your life. And everything will be magical and wonderful. And then I'm going to tell you how to get certified in this if you're really into it. So if you want to learn more, if you want to learn all about this, if you want to watch like hundreds of hours of how-to videos on this and all different subjects, if you want to learn how to do this for other people and make some money, if you want to learn how to integrate this into your existing business and practice, then you can stick around, because I'm going to tell you how to do that and how to accomplish that. So stick around, and then after that, okay, I'm going to do a really special kind of drawing with you that works with getting you out of those blocks, getting you out of your comfort zone. We're going to use the law of attraction, the law of resonance, to put everything that you're desiring, everything you want to be, everything you want to have, right? We're going to connect with that, and we're going to put them in a drawing. And that does a few things. That brings the vibration of all that you desire through your body, so your body gets used to that vibration. Okay, pretty cool. And then we're going to put it in a drawing. And what that does is it captures the vibration in the drawing so that you then can see it. All right, it's real to you. It exists. And you can hang the drawing up in your office, in your bathroom, anywhere you want. And every time you see that, it's going to trigger your body to say, oh, I remember that vibration, right? And it's going to trigger your mind to say, I remember those things that I desire. And what is going to happen is that quicker than normal, quicker than if you were just thinking about it, quicker than if you were just feeling it, those things are going to be, they're going to come to you, they're going to unfold in your world because of this harmony between your mind being on board, your body being on board, and you knowing the vibration and allowing it into you. Because that's all it is. It's just the law of attraction, getting stuff, becoming things. It's just you altering your vibration to be that. All right? So that's a really special thing. Everybody always loves that. So that's at the very end. Okay? So I hope that you guys can stick around for that. It's always really special. Everyone's always like beaming and happy afterward. Right. So grab your paper, grab your pen or pencil. I'm going to grab my sheets. And also grab your colors, okay? So just get all your art supplies out. I'm really not getting up just so you can see my sequin skirt. I'm really not. So while I'm grabbing this, I will tell you that this is my favorite psychic thing to do because it's so fun and it produces such wonderful things. Like, would you ever think that you guys look like this? Isn't this really cool? I mean, I couldn't come up with that if I tried. It's just so pretty. And this painting behind me is something that I did too. The intention for that was, where have I gone with this mentor? Right? And I just kept painting and painting. It works with painting. It works with collage. It works with drawing, obviously. And my favorite art supplies are these Prismacolor new pastels. So those of you who are really into this, that's what I recommend. All right, but for now you can put that aside. And I want you to take out a clean piece of paper, right? And I want you to follow along with me, and we're going to do a quick meditation so that you can understand what the colors mean to you. So get relaxed, take a deep breath, let it go, roll your shoulders, just relax, right? And I'm going to read off one color at a time, and as I do, I want you to write that color name down. Like if I say red, write down red. And then after, when we do this meditation, I'm going to prompt you to find out what that color feels like to you, what emotions come up for you, what words come up. You're going to write that down after the color. Okay, so I've got this handy sheet so you can kind of understand what I mean. I didn't give you this sheet on purpose because I didn't want you to have to worry about printing it. But you can see it's just colors. So I'll tell you what the colors are as we go along, and you just write the name of the color and how it feels for you during the meditation. Okay, so I'm going to go through it pretty quickly because I know you guys are all rock star creative artists who are already in touch with color. So, all right, so breathe. As I do this for you, I'll probably go and check the comments just to make sure everything's good. Don't mind me. You can close your eyes if you want to in this, and then just open them to write down what you're hearing and feeling. Okay. So deep breath, big relaxation, big yawn. Move your jaw around. It's so tight. Wiggle your toes. And on your next inhale, inhale the color red. You're breathing red into your body. Your body's becoming red. Every cell of your body is filling up with that red air. And you're now a red person. How do you feel as a red person? What thoughts and emotions do you feel as a red person? Who are you as a red person? And on your next exhale, you're going to completely exhale the color red. And you're going to inhale the color pink. Pink is filling up your body. You're now a pink person. Who are you as a pink person? What emotions do you feel? What thoughts do you have as a pink person? On your next exhale, release all the pink. And on your next inhale, you'll inhale the color orange. Orange is coming into your body, filling you up. From your fingertips to your toes, you're completely orange. You're thinking orange thoughts and you're feeling orange feelings. What are those thoughts and emotions? Write them down. And you're now exhaling the orange and inhaling the color yellow. Yellow swirling around inside you, filling you up. You're now a yellow person, inside and out. How does that feel? Who are you as a yellow person? How do you feel as a yellow person? Haha, we have color! So weird that it defaulted to black and white. I had no idea. Color! How fitting for what we're doing right now. We exhale the yellow and we breathe in green. Green is filling you up. You're becoming a green person. And you're feeling green emotions. How does it feel to be a green person? Who are you as a green person? Now we exhale the green and we inhale the color blue. Blue is filling you up, swirling around, being absorbed into all of your cells. You're a blue person through and through. How does it feel to be blue? What are your emotions as a blue person? What does it feel like to be a blue person? Now you can exhale the color blue. And on your next inhale, deeply inhale the color purple. Breathe it in. Allow yourself to become purple. Your skin is purple. Your hair is purple. How does it feel to be purple? What emotions does a purple person feel? Now we exhale the color purple and we inhale the color black. You're becoming black inside and out. How does it feel to become black? How does it feel to be a black person? Now we exhale the color black, leaves your body, and it makes space for the color white. White going in, flowing into your body, being absorbed by every cell. Your hair, your skin, your clothing, everything is white. Thinking as a white person and feeling as a white person. What is that like? Who are you? Now we exhale white and inhale the color gray. Gray is filling you up and changing the way you feel and the way you look. How does it feel to be gray? Who are you as a gray person? Now we exhale the color gray and inhale the color brown. Brown is swirling, filling you up, changing you, changing how you look, changing how you feel. What emotions do you feel as a brown person? What are you like as a brown person? When you're done with brown, you can exhale that color and then come back to me. So I read in the comments, thankfully I checked that the video was in black and white. So I found a way to fix that. And now you can see yourselves. This is the drawing that is you that I was explaining earlier, but now you get to see the colors. I also read the comment that everything was black and white, but somebody saw a purple aura around me. That is so cool. I really love that. So thank you for sharing. So that's you. Okay, great job on filling out your color sheet. Fantastic. Super, super cool. So it's okay if it was a little hard. It's okay if you don't resonate as strongly with every color. It's okay if you got some contradictory words. So if red, you had ambition or passion and murder. Totally okay. Don't judge yourself. Everything is valid. There's no wrong answer. Isn't that good to know? There's no wrong answer here. So now you just filled out your color sheet and you're going to turn it over. So full of surprises today. We're not going to use that right now. And I don't want it to distract you. So if it's inside, the pad of paper that you're going to use, just flip it around or tear it out and put it to the side. Because now you're going to learn how to do the drawing. You're going to learn how to do the mechanics of it. So I'm just going to do it on the back of this, actually. So here is what to do. First, grab one of each of the colors that you wrote down. So grab one red, one pink, one orange, one yellow. You get the gist. And put it on the side of you that is your dominant hand. So if you're righty like me, put all your colors over here. All right? So one red, one pink, you get the idea. So do that. This is so you're not overwhelmed at first. Eventually, you can, of course, use as many colors as you want. So you have that. You have it by your dominant hand. Why are we putting them easily accessible here? Because you draw it with your eyes closed. So there's 3 easy steps to doing an intuitive drawing. The first step is to align and form your intention. So what does that mean? Where do you want the answer to come from? Do you want it to come from your own higher self, your own wisdom, that's connected to source? The you that knows everything, the you that knows you and the future and the past and everything that's going on in China and everywhere, that is your higher self. So there's no limitations there. You can ask your spirit guides. You can ask your angels. You can ask anything that you want. But you want to know who you're asking, because it provides you with a very strong link. If you don't know who to ask or what to ask, you can ask God. You can ask the universe. You can ask source. Okay? So just connect to something and say, higher self. That's all you need to do. Spirit guide. That's all you need to do. And then you need to know your intention. So what do you want to know? What do you want this drawing to be? And one I love to start with is we're all we all have goals for ourselves. We all are on the path to something greater, some unfolding for ourselves, becoming more. If you're in business, sometimes it's, I want a breakthrough with clients. I want a breakthrough with money. I want a breakthrough in a relationship if you don't have a business. Anything that you want to learn more about. There's always a next step to achieving that, okay? So what I like to do is I want you to find the area of life that you want a breakthrough in. Money, relationships, business, doesn't matter. So pick an area of life that you want a breakthrough in. And we're going to say, spirit guide, higher self, whatever, show me the next step to achieving more success with my business, or to achieving more love and passion in my relationship, or to achieving more abundance with money. So we're going to ask, we're going to align with our higher self or our guide or source, and then we're going to ask the question. So, higher self, please show me the next step in having more abundance with money. All right, so you pick yours and you formulate your intention statement, and that's step number 1. Okay, and then step number 2, don't start yet, is the drawing part. And I'm going to explain to you what the drawing part is first so that we can do a test run. All right, so we have the intention, that's step number 1. And then what we're going to feel is we're going to feel a few things in our body. And don't worry, everybody can do this. There's never been a person I've taught that cannot do this, and I've taught hundreds of people, old, young, doctors, lawyers, artists, regular, everybody. Don't worry about it. So we have the intention, we've set it, and then we're going to feel this urge to start. So we're going to pick up a crayon or a pastel. You're going to shut your eyes for this. And you're going to put your brain in your hand. Your hand will know what to do. It's going to start to move. And all you need to do is let it go. And then eventually you're going to feel this urge to change color. So you're going to put down what you're drawing with, pick up a new one, and just do the same thing. Your brain is in your hand. You don't have to think about anything. Your hand knows what to do. And that process continues until you feel the urge to stop. So there's 3 feelings. Start, change color, and stop. It happens very fast. Literally as fast as I showed you this is as fast as your drawing will take probably. All right. If you feel like you put down a color and you then pick the same one up, it's okay. Very okay. It happens all the time, so just know that, okay? So just put your crayons or pastels over here, wherever your dominant hand is. Have them ready because you're going to do this with your eyes closed, and you want to be able to easy access, right? And now grab a blank piece of paper. Step 3, of course, is decoding your drawing. So I'm not going to leave you with just a bunch of scribbles and say, hey, that's awesome, bye. I'm going to tell you how to know what it means. And now that we're in color, thankfully, I'll be able to do that a lot easier. So then, after you do your drawing, is when you're going to pick up your color sheet, and you'll be able to see what your next step is based on those answers that you have on your color sheet. Okay? So align and make an intention, step 1. Step 2, do your drawing. Step 3, decode your drawing. Okay, so we'll go over all of those. And now we're going to do our first drawing together. Yay! Okay, so grab a fresh piece of paper. Put your colors handy. Don't worry about your color sheet. Think about the area of life you want your breakthrough in. Shut your eyes. Align with something, you, the guide, and then ask for what you want. And a next step in abundance with money, a next step in love in my relationship. Go for it, and then I want you to do the drawing, okay? And then I'm going to go check the comments, and I want you to say, yes, I did it, I'm done, when you're done, okay? Proceed. It looks like some of you might be done. Wow. I love you guys for um, commenting so much. You guys are awesome. Um, I hope you're having fun doing your drawing. All right. All right. So how did that feel? Right? You felt the change color. You felt the stop. I saw some of you are done. So good job. Awesome job. Thank you guys so much for commenting too. And I really didn't do it on purpose to do the black and white at first. It just happened that way, and I didn't realize it. So very cool. Yes, it was a very, very synchronistic timing that happened. Um, so now is the fun part. Now you get to decode your drawing. So grab your color sheet, okay, and grab your drawing. And now what you're going to do is just get an overall impression of the lines, okay, of the shapes, and keep that in mind as you look at your color sheet and say, oh, I asked about my next step in the money breakthrough. Okay, this is an example. So I asked about a next step in my money breakthrough. And then you're going to look at your sheet and say, I have green in this drawing, and my green means blah, blah, blah. And there's green everywhere. Okay, and then you're going to say, and I also have pink, and my pink means blah, blah, blah. Whatever it means to you. Okay, and it's going to give you a story. Okay, and sometimes at first it won't make sense. Sometimes it has to kind of trickle down. But you give yourself all the information that you have, which is what your colors mean and what colors show up here. And know that it's all going to pertain to the specific question that you ask. So it's all going to mean, you know, this is your next step towards your money breakthrough or having more love in your relationship. All right, so I'm going to give you a second to look at your drawing. And oftentimes it really helps if you write down the question or some key words on the top of your drawing or on the back. And if you're really new, which all of you are, I often say write down what the color means on the drawing. So if your green is creativity like mine, write down creativity. And if your pink is love like mine, write down love. Right? So that way all the information is right in front of you and your eyes pick it all up. Your brain picks it all up. Okay? So give you a second to do that. And I'm going to look at the comments again. I know it's a weird setup, but I wanted you to be able to see my desk and my colors. I love this. Okay, so a lot of you were confused and shocked when you opened your eyes. That's very common. Two colors kept rolling back to me, Deborah says. Yep, that's very common too. You know, where you pick up the same color, the same two colors over and over and over again. Very cool. Okay. So you've looked at it. Some of you I know will be like, wow, that's awesome. I know what it means already. I got it. This is so cool. Some of you will be like, I don't know if I'm doing this right. I don't know if I can do this. This is, I don't know. It's okay. Just hang in there. There's no wrong way to do this. And you got the information. It just may take a few minutes for it to trickle down for you. Right? So just go with what you know, which is what the colors mean and what you got in your drawing. Okay? And the intuitive part is, the drawing is intuitive, obviously, but also give yourself permission to go with your gut, okay? Something might pop into your head, like this means that I need to go and speak because I'm afraid to do that. Or the lines of the drawing will show you something. I'm going to use the example that I gave you of you guys, because those lines are very telling. Okay, so you guys are trying to break out of your life. You don't want a dull life. You want a creative life. You want a flowing life. And you're, a little frustrated with it. You're a little overwhelmed. And that energy has a certain character that this is capturing. It's like, right? Like, break me free, right? That intuitively makes sense. And so trust your intuition, right? The painting behind me, it's very soft and gentle and flowing and integrated. The colors move into each other, right? There's flow, there's ease, right? And that's what the painting means. So use your intuition for this part. Do you have soft, fluffy colors? Do you have hard, jagged colors? Right? Let this paint a picture for you. Okay. I'm stuck. Let me give you another example. I'll give you the example of this one. Okay. So this was, what if I continue in my business all by myself without any help, right? Because as you get to a certain point in business, you need some help, or you can't do it all, right? You need an assistant, you need some people supporting you, you need people to do specific things that they're really good at so that you can do more of your genius stuff, more of your passion stuff. Okay, so this is what if I didn't get any help, all right, besides who I already have. And you can see, it's like that's not the picture of a business that you'd want to have. You'd probably want to have it more like that, right? But this has black lines in it that's kind of like keeping everything separate, and it's got this color that's not so great, and it just doesn't look like how you'd expect me to look, right? And so that's absolutely true. This, to me, like I said before, which you couldn't see in color, but these black lines mean it's separation. It means I'm doing things not in a flowing, integrated way. I'm doing things in like I'll do a chunk of this here and a chunk of that there, and I'm kind of all over the place. And so I'll also tell you that, see how this looks like a circle? Almost. It's almost a circle. And there's a line through it, okay? And it means that half of this task I'm awesome at, I can do great, and it's this half, this expressive, joyful color that I have here. The other half, not so great. I don't like doing this half of whatever project this is. I don't like this part. Okay? So this is a part that I can delegate. So I know you're just starting this, and it may not make total sense to you yet, but it will. And this will be a whole new language for you to use. This is a whole language that I use when I am having an issue or I have a question like, what would happen if I continued without partnership or without bringing on more people? I get the answer, and I can trust it, right? And then I did a drawing of a potential partner that I'm thinking about working with, and I say, what would she bring to the business? And I got this, and now this is a much more flowing, beautiful picture, isn't it? It's calming, right? It's like competent, if you could even use that word. There's more of this color that I love. There's more of this bright yellow. It's beautiful, right? There's no black, there's no segregation, there's no nothing like that. It just feels really good. So you can bring that into your own drawing. What is the story of the drawing? What colors are there? What do they mean? And how are they portrayed? Is it jagged and crazy? And does it look like it's tense? Does it look anxious? You know, does it look like it's a ball of anxiety? Or does it look gentle and flowing? Okay. So basically, how you would do that is if you got positive colors, okay, if there were colors that are positive to you and you put that down, then you would add more of those positive feelings into your life to get your breakthrough. Remember, this is a map, how to get your breakthrough. It's not just information. So you would use those colors more in your life. If you got creative, then you have to be more creative and just let go of kind of the shoulds, or you should do this and you should do that. Be more creative. Let your ideas flow, okay, and follow through with them. And if you get some colors that you don't like, that you wrote down negative terms for, then normally that's something that you're feeling about the issue that's holding you back. So again, if it's about money, and you wrote down purple is selfish, and you got purple, and you're like, oh my God, I'm being so selfish for wanting more money. It means that you feel that way. You feel that wanting more money is selfish. And it's showing you that. It's showing you how you feel about money and that you have a limiting belief. And so you'll say, oh, I have a belief that money is selfish and now I can clear it. So if you get negative stuff in your drawing, it's okay. It's not calling you negative. It's just saying this is in your way. This is a belief you have even if you don't know it. That's how deep this goes, okay? There's no hiding in this, like I said before. You can see yourself literally on the piece of paper. It's like a mirror, okay? Use it like that. It's fascinating. I mean, once you get into this and get started, you won't want to stop, right? And you don't have to. You can use this for every area of your life. I used it to plan programs in my business, to show me who I'm going to be working with, to show me who's going to be here today, okay? I use it for everything. And it's never failed me. It's a beautiful, beautiful healing modality. It's great for readings. I do soul portrait readings for people where I show them the essence of their soul in a drawing, which you could do too. You just say, you know, source, or the person that you're going to be reading. Show me, you know, let me draw the essence of this person's soul. Or give me an aura snapshot. I want to see what's going on in this person's aura right now. And you just draw. Right? There's no limitation here, okay? Your hand is your brain. You don't have to know how to do any of it. You just do. So, fabulous work, guys. Yay! So, we're going to do that law of attraction drawing in just a minute. So, get into that vibe of you have everything you want. Think about, what do you want? What do you want your life to be like? Who do you want to be? Okay? And I'm going to tell you about how to get certified. So I have been doing this, like I said, for over 20 years, and I'm not even that old. So over 20 years I've been doing this. When I was about 20, I realized that I could teach this, okay? And obviously it works because it is taught you. So I've been teaching this for about 12 years and been doing it for over 20. And I've never seen anyone else do this quite like me. Like I said, there's a couple other people who do intuitive drawing, but not in the systematic way that I do it, and not, you know, in this kind of way with the map and making it so easy. So I decided long ago that I wanted to offer this as a certification so that everyone who wanted to learn it could learn it for themselves to use in their own life, but to also work with other people. So to add it into another practice, like if you're already a psychic or intuitive, add it into your practice, right? Or just do this, make this your profession. You can totally do it, right? And be able to teach beginner classes. You can totally do that. So I decided to make this certification so you can be a certified intuitive artist, right? And so that you can teach, do this for yourself, and do it for clients. intuitiveartacademy.com is where you signed up for this, but it's the home of the Intuitive Art Academy where you can get certified. How to do intuitive drawing for business, intuitive drawing for relationships, intuitive drawing for past life readings, future readings, everything you could possibly think of, you can do intuitive drawing for, and I show you how to do it. So if this is interesting to you, I want to tell you how to get into the pilot program. You still get certified, you still get the absolute best training available in intuitive arts, voila, and you get lifetime membership. So as I add more, as I include other people to show you more about intuitive drawing and to show you more ways to use intuitive drawing, you will always be a part of that community, and you'll always be able to get in on the coaching calls, to ask questions, to become a better intuitive artist. Because obviously it's a little hard right now for me to critique and to work with you and to help you out because I can't see you. But that doesn't have to be true forever. There are ways that we can connect, and I already do this in my Soul-Centered Business Bootcamp, where we connect and I can see your drawings and help you out. So if you want to be part of this, right, you can be part of the pilot program. So if you're in, go to the link that is underneath the description of this video. So right under the video, you're going to see that there's a little link there. It's a Google link. You click on that. But seriously, it's freaking amazing. People join the boot camp within 2 weeks, have more clients, a steadier income. I mean, they're changing their lives in there. I had one girl who, for 2 years, her massage business wasn't really doing anything, and within a month, she had plenty of steady clients, and her massage business was thriving. I could go on and on. Another lady had joined, and she had no clients, and then within a month, she had 10 in 1 week. It's just phenomenal what's going on in there, and so not only will you be able to participate in the boot camp, which is a 6-month program, where you get 2 live calls with me each month to show you how to build a business the real way, using your own innate wisdom to grow it and not listen to just some cookie cutter thing that some teacher's telling you to do. That doesn't work. Okay? If you're here, you know that you are connected to all that is, right? And you have a specific blueprint here. You have a specific mission. And if you're not doing your business in alignment with that, it's not going to work. So I tell you how to get into alignment with yourself, how to leverage your soul, right, so that your life is effortless and easy and flowing, and how to create that personalized offer that only you have, and how to get clients and get out in the world and get paid. So it's a perfect marriage, this intuitive art certification in the boot camp, because you'll learn how to do this new healing modality, but you'll also learn how to make it a business, how to make it sustainable, and how to really, holy cow, live your life while you're getting paid for doing something that you love to do. Doing this has totally opened my eyes. I mean, I used to know for sure that I was here for a reason. I knew that I was something more than what I was kind of seeing most people. Like, most people seemed okay with going to work every day and kind of being miserable and going home and, you know, drinking some beer and watching TV. And I was like, that's not going to work for me. I'm not going to be okay with that. And I don't want to be okay with that. You know, I don't want to go home and hide from life. I want life to be exciting and sparkly and fun. And it took me a while to figure out how to do it. I was like a hobbyist, intuitive for a long time, you know, about 6 years, and doing intuitive drawing and doing readings and being a medium and doing a bunch of things, teaching. So I had the skills, and I was superb at what I did. People loved me, and they kept coming back and back. But I couldn't really break out of that hobbyist thing. I was making a couple $100 a month. I just really had no clue. So then I hired a really big time intuitive business coach. And I thought, this is it. I'm done. I'm going to learn how to make a business out of my stuff. And get this. So I spent thousands of dollars on this program with her. It was the first coach I ever hired, and I was like, thousands of dollars, that's crazy. But I did it anyway. And from the moment that I hired her to the moment that I stopped coaching with her, which was about 8 months, even my repeat clients, they disappeared. I mean, I had nothing, absolutely nobody calling me. Even the $400, $600 I was making completely stopped once I hired this lady. And you want to know why? It's because I was doing things her way. Now, this is no fault of hers. Okay, this was totally, I mean, I create everything, and I really live by that. But I needed to create that experience to know that I had to do things my way. I had to follow my intuition in business. I had to, or it literally would not work. I did not earn a penny from any of my clients, okay, nothing. Thank God I had a little bit of a part-time job at the time. So until I said, I'm not going to work with you anymore. And I had to pay her for a whole year, and I did. But I had to say, look, this is not working for me. With 4 months still to go, with 4 payments still to make. And I did make those payments. And as soon as I stopped coaching with her, I started making money again. And so that's an extreme example that may not happen to you, or that may not have happened to you in the past. But if you follow other people's advice about who you are, what you should be, even if they're psychic, if you're not doing it your way, if you're not doing it in the aligned way, it's not going to work for you. And that's what really the foundation of my business bootcamp is, that here's how to do it your way. Here's how to always know when you're in alignment. Here's how to leverage what you've got, what your soul's been doing for millions of years. And I teach you how to get that, and I also give you that information. But I always make sure that you are the one making the decisions, and that you feel confident in making those decisions. And intuitive drawing is a big part of that. It's a big part of how I run my business, and it can be a big part of how you run yours, or even what you're doing for your business. Like me, I don't only do intuitive drawing as my work, but I do incorporate it into my work to make it more special and unique, and people love the drawings. Even people who didn't think they would, they're like, this is so cool. I didn't think I would love this so much, but I really feel my essence in this drawing. It makes a big impact in my life. I've got people who go home and frame them and hang them up, and they just love to see their drawing, their soul, their aura hanging on their wall. So if you can't tell, I really do love my programs. I love the people that I work with. And like I said, it's a 6-month program, but most of it is already done. There are several courses in there that are already ready. You don't have to wait for them. You can go in, you can check them out, and you can see all that at the Google link that's underneath the video. So all the information is there. Feel free to look it over. And the one thing that's really not on that page is that the people in there are so fantastic. We have men and women, but everyone is so supportive, right? So wonderful. They give feedback. They give support. If you get frustrated or overwhelmed, you can go into the Facebook group. It's private. It's secret. You can vent a little bit. Just, get the support of their group. I love every single person that I work with, and I know you will too if you join us. So if you have any questions about this, type it in, and after we do the law of attraction, I'm like, whoa! After we do the law of attraction drawing, which we're going to do right now, then I will answer all your questions. I'll just move my computer up here because you won't need to see me anymore. All right, so law of attraction drawing. Here we go. And put all your questions in there, and I'll move my computer while you're drawing this. All right, so I know you're all hepped up like me, all excited about the certification, about the boot camp, but we can use this for our drawing. So your vibration's high right now. You're very clear, and what I want you to do is just kind of form a bubble all around you of all the things that you desire. Now, don't judge yourself for this. Whatever it is, it's okay. If it's money, if it's a yacht, if it's an island, if it's a cup of really great coffee, if it's, to have a new pet. You guys can't see her, but baby's been sleeping there the whole time. whatever it is, just allow yourself to collect it. Allow yourself to feel it, right? And as you collect all this stuff and bring it into your aura, bring it into your energy field, let it go into your body. Right? So take a deep breath and imagine all these things are with you right now. Imagine they're already here. They're already within grasp. And you're bringing them into your body. You're breathing them in. And as you breathe them in, notice how your body feels. How does your body feel with all that money in it? How does it feel with all that love and compassion? How does it feel with that new vacation? That dream house? How does it feel with that amazing friendship? Breathe it all in and let your body experience it. Get a smile on your face. Let your heart expand and take it all in. Breathe it all in. Take it in. And start to feel gratitude that you get to experience this for yourself. This is your life now. This is the real you. This is what you've got. No more waiting. You have it. And keep breathing it in. Breathing it in. And letting your heart expand and expand and expand. Just get so thankful. Your heart is just bursting open. And when you've reached a point where it feels so real and you're so grateful and you're so excited, then grab your paper and start to draw. And remember, let your hand be your brain. You don't have to think about it. And then let me know when you're done. Type in the comments when you're all set and you're all done. You don't want to go too fast. All right. Awesome. Fabulous. So I'm going to answer some questions now. And if I miss yours, forgive me, there's a lot of comments here. So I'm just going up from the bottom. Okay. Rachel, how do you interpret things if you see the colors and shapes in your mind's eye and where they get placed in relation with another shape or color, but when your drawing turns out much different? So this happens a lot with really intuitive people like you guys, really creative people. And what you will do with this, if you want to do it in my style, intuitive drawing, is forget about what's in your mind's eye and just make all of that stuff, you know, put their brain in your hand. So just focus on letting your hand do whatever it wants, and just don't worry about what's in your mind's eye. All right. You can do a separate drawing with what's in your mind's eye, but this form of intuitive drawing has to do with just channeling through your hand. Okay. And so what's going to happen is that you're going to see the colors on your paper, and they're going to look different than what they look like in your mind. But then you'll use your drawing, your color sheet, to interpret it, right? And you'll do it this way for a few reasons. So it'll be more accurate because it's not really coming through you. And for really intuitive people who are really accurate all the time, then you can use it from your mind's eye. But this form of intuitive drawing goes with, you know, blind channeling, okay? Thanks for everybody who said hi. I'm sorry that you lost power, but I'm glad that I'm back. But if you see an image, is it okay to recreate the image using whatever colors you are drawn to? I would say not for this particular style of intuitive drawing. You can certainly do that if you want to on your own or in a separate drawing, just like with the other question. But with this form of intuitive drawing, you literally shut everything off here, and while you're drawing, you just let your hand go wherever, and you have your eyes closed so that whatever colors you pick up, you know, you didn't choose with your mind. Because remember, we all have blind spots. We all have things that we don't want to see in ourselves. Okay? If that wasn't true, then you'd have every single thing you've ever wanted right now. Because every single thing you've ever wanted is literally waiting for you to be clear enough to see it and accept it. So doing this without the use of your mind or what you're seeing inside of you is really helpful in getting to the real core of any issue that you're having. All right? So just trust me with that. Do it this way for a little while, and then you could always do separate drawings for what you're seeing in your mind. Okay? Enrollment's only open for a week, and I'll email you all guys with the deadline and everything. So like I said, there will be some pre-recorded parts and some live parts, and so you'll have time to make it all work with your schedule. I'll have, you know, random times. It won't all be at the same time. So even if you're working, even if you live in Australia, which I know one of you does, everything will be fine and everything will work out, and you will get live time with me. That's part of why this pilot program is so special, because I'm committed to really working with you all personally, because I want to know what feedback is. So I can't get your feedback unless I'm working with you. And that's not going to really be happening when I do the program for the general public, right? It's going to be a lot more structured, and it's going to be a lot more people in there. So I'm going to have a lot less time to work specifically with you. So this is such a great opportunity. This program on its own would be $1,500. So you're getting basically a profession. I'm teaching you how to do something that you could make tons of money on, which I do make tons of money on this already. So, and it's not in a weird way, it's in a real way. You know, people go to work to make money. What if you could go to work at your desk and make the same kind of money or better? Right? Very cool. The program, both of them pay for themselves. This is not something where I'm trying to be weird or scammy or no, these programs really work. All my clients normally make their money back within 2 months. So get in now if this is really feeling good to you. This resonates with me. Thank you. Thank you. I'm so excited. Okay, so I really hope that you guys loved this. I hope you feel how worth it is to learn, how it can give you tremendous clarity, how it can help you get out of your head, how it can help you be organized, be psychic, right? Learn about your blockages and remove them. One more thing I want to say about the law of attraction drawing is that hang it up. Yes, hang it up so that you create that link to your body, your mind. But also look at the colors. That's your map to getting it. Okay? So all the colors that you have on that law of attraction drawing, that means integrate this into your life and you'll get this. Or if there's negative colors, that means work on this. You have a limiting belief about this. You need to get rid of it. So your map is now done. Your map to allowing yourself to have all that stuff is totally done. And all you have to do is look at it and integrate what it says into your life. So have fun with that. I mean, I do that stuff all the time, and I have a truly magical life. I make a full-time living doing what I love, working with only people that I love, being creative, being intuitive, being my wacky self, playing with my cat baby all the time, and I will show you how adorable she is so that you can see. Oh my god. She's so, so adorable. I get to play with her every single day, and she gets to sit on my lap while I'm working. So I would love to be a part of your life while you do that for yourself, and I'd love to show you how to do it. So if you are into that, if you want to learn more about the boot camp and be involved in the first ever Certified Intuitive Artist program, then go to that Google link under the video and sign up. I can't wait to work with you. You get into the boot camp right away. There's no waiting. You get to learn everything that's in there lickety-split. And then you get to join me live twice a month on the phone. And you get coaching. And you get learnings all about business and how to do spiritual creative business and make it work. So that's it from me, guys. I love you so much. Thank you so much for coming. And hopefully I will see you soon. Bye.